Now, before I get into another way that you can use hypnosis in order to have your own personal benefits, I want to explain a little bit more about what hypnosis is and how we experience it regularly. So, as I stated before, hypnosis is a type of focused attention that's also relaxed. So, common types of trance states, where I tend to use hypnosis and trance fairly interchangeably because it makes a lot of sense that they're the same thing, other than hypnosis is often facilitated by someone. So many of you will have had the experience where you're driving maybe home or to the office or somewhere, and you get to your destination and you think, I don't even remember getting here. But somehow you knew how to drive there. This is sometimes called highway trance, or it's that you're so familiar with this that you can sort of go on autopilot and you're thinking about other things and you just arrive somewhere. Watching a television show or a movie or Netflix or something like that, you become so engrossed in what it is that you're watching that if someone is trying to get your attention, you've tuned out the periphery, and you're so drawn in because the movie or the show is occupying you visually, it's occupying you auditorily through your ears, and it's often stirring up emotional stuff with tension of whatever's happening in the story, and it draws you in by accessing all of your senses. This is very similar or the same as like what a hypnotic trance can be like. So it's not an otherworldly thing, really. It's something that we experience naturally. And when the more we allow our imagination to fill things out for us, the more robust this can be. So there are a number of things that you can do by using your imagination in hypnosis, and by looking at making an image of things and imagining sounds and feelings, and just using your imagination or pretending is super valuable. The mind is so powerful. People forget to use this. Kids are really good at it, but often as adults we forget how great our imagination can be at making changes in our own lives. And just to give this a little bit of common sense, because I know it sounds pretty weird, I personally think this has to do with the way we've evolved. There's a lot of people talk about this, how just having a thought of, oh, I think I should let go of my stress. It's not at that point tied to anything that you can see, hear, or feel, and so it's not as real to the brain. I mean, we're human animals who have evolved to live in a physical world with real live threats or real live rewards, and the unconscious mind doesn't much know the difference, which is why if you're watching a television show and a character gets killed or something terrible happens, you can feel intense sadness or excitement if something else happens, and it's not real, but your mind and your body react as if it is. So this is how some of this stuff works neurologically in some kind of realistic, explained way. But you don't really have to believe it. If you just go through the steps, then you can experience it. And soon in this next video, I'm going to give you something called 3 Doors of Victory, which is another thing that only has to take a few minutes for yourself to do, and it's another great hypnotic intervention to just feel better.